What's going on, guys? Thanks for watching Keep Calm and Game On. In this video, I'm just messing around with the Unreal Engine. Downloaded it like an hour ago. Just playing with different blocks and objects and putting them together in different ways. But this is mainly a video for the developer of Darkest Depths, because I think some of the levels could use some more like verticality, some more objects to kind of hide and run behind. So I thought I would just kind of put something together real quick just to kind of show off what I'm talking about. So let me just back out here. So kind of like more maze-esque levels here and there, you know, where there's like objects that you kind of have to just kind of, you know, walk behind, and enemies would kind of, you know, you pop around a corner, enemy would be there, you shoot it, walkways up here. To add some more verticality, you can also shoot down at the enemies. You know, just stuff like that, because right now, a lot of the levels in Darkest Depths, there's like small levels, then there's big levels, and then some levels, I guess, are a little bit medium, but a lot of it is kind of just like, you know, a big room, and then you're like either on the ground, or you're jumping around on the ground, or sometimes there's some platforms kind of mid-air, kind of in between the ceiling and the floor, but not a lot of them are like that. So I feel like if there were like more objects within the levels to either walk on or hide behind or just kind of move the player in certain directions, I think it could add a lot to the game. Number one, it's just cool to look at when you go through a room and you kind of just see all these different objects. And obviously these are just like shapes, you know, triangles and squares and cylinders and all that. So I'm sure you can make it look a lot better. But even if you just kind of put shapes as placeholders within the game for like new level prototypes and whatnot, I think I'd still be down to play it. Like, even if it looks completely out of place within the game, I think it'd still be kind of fun, just until you get like the level figured out and whatnot, just to kind of experiment before you put too much time into it. But let me hit the play button here, kind of walk you through it. So, you know, just random walls and stuff. So for example, let's say you'd start the door would be here, so you'd kind of walk in here, and then you'd kind of just see all this stuff up there. And with the movement system, you could jump over the walls, you could just jump up there, or you can, you know, kind of follow it around, and enemies would kind of pop out, you know, boom, boom, boom. Walkways you could go over, stuff you can go under. And the more things you put within the level, I feel like the more you have an option to kind of hide things within the level. So for example, you could like put a chest over here that like had some gold in it, or you could kind of hide, you know, some stuff over here, or maybe you'll see something shining up at the top, like up the top there. So you kind of walk around here, you know, follow the platforms up, a little bit of some platforming there, just jumping. You know, you can go this way, go up here, go this way, jump down here. At the same time, you're shooting enemies, you know, and they're shooting you. So, you know, just more ways to go about the level, I think would be kind of cool. Because I haven't really seen too many levels like this, similar to it. And there might be a reason for that. Maybe like the enemies just kind of get caught on walls, or it makes the enemies not spawn correctly. I'm sure you have your reasons, but I think some of the levels will be kind of cool to, like, you know, just for them to have just more things that you can hide behind, more walls and whatnot. Also, it'd be kind of cool, like, if you walk into a certain room, your ability to double jump and sprint jump just like disappears, but it only happens in like certain rooms. So that would kind of force the player to kind of, you know, stay on the ground more, and, you know, you could jump once, but you wouldn't be able to do all this crazy jumping, and that would kind of force players to think on their feet a little bit more and bottleneck enemies. And, you know, if they see something high up, they can't just jump up there. They would have to actually, you know, take some time and figure out how do you get up there. So if there's something up there, you know, you have to follow the platform. Kind of up here, go this way, go this way. And I'm not saying make the level look exactly like this. I put some stuff together just to kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about. And then, you know, you can just walk over here, you know, just some platforming elements that you can jump, you know. So like if some rooms just got rid of the moving mechanic that's currently in the game entirely, I'm not saying get rid of it completely, because I think it's a cool mechanic, but some rooms, you know, if you had that, like, you know, that negative thing where it's like you go and it's like movement system is changed, or you can't double jump, you know, some type of negative effect that it would tell you what it was. But yeah, just simply not jumping, you could add so many different things to the levels. Because I feel like some levels are kind of hard to create because you always have that movement system. So like if you have the movement system, enabled, this level still would probably be kind of cool, but it's you know, you'd rely on more of that jumping and sprinting more than just kind of walking on these walkways. So in some levels, I think it would be beneficial to not have that on. In other levels, I think it would be. I don't know if it would be easy to change that or how hard that would be. But yeah, just stuff kind of more like this. And this like isn't a super big level or anything. And again, if you just had to put just shapes like this in order to kind of play test where you would put like your more hand-drawn, you know, platforms and whatnot, you know, just as placeholders, I'm totally fine with just, you know, walking into a room and it just looking very similar to this, where it just it looks like cylinders and cones, and, you know, totally fine with that, because I feel like the game is still in early access, and that means you're allowed to experiment with stuff. And obviously, it's not finished. Like, if I saw this happen after the game was complete, then I'd be a little bit more like, what is this? But I feel like because it is early access, you have a bigger chance to kind of just experiment, and I feel like the players will cut you a little bit more slack. But yeah, just some ideas here. I kind of like, you know, the ideas of just having different walls and having to kind of not seeing what's above you and kind of, you know, having to hug the walls, pop around corners, shoot stuff, you know, strafe, bob and weave, lead enemies around corners, and then, you know, take them all out, go up top, shoot downward. But, you know, just some ideas. So, you know, nothing crazy. I just started using this thing like an hour ago, and I just threw some shapes together. I'm sure it takes a lot more time to actually put it in a game, and add all, you know, the effects and whatnot. But, you know, just an idea. I thought about trying to draw this stuff on paper, but I'm a horrible artist, so I'm like, yo, I'll just put some shapes together in Unreal Engine to kind of flesh out some of the ideas I had. But at the end of the day, you know, it's your game, man, and whatever you put in the game, I'm cool with. But just more verticality and, you know, walls to hide behind and feel a little bit more claustrophobic. And again, maybe that option of having some rooms not let you jump as much, and you'd be forced to kind of be on the ground more and kind of have to just rely on one jump at a time to get places. Especially like puzzle rooms, you could have that, or just whatever. It wouldn't matter. But I think it would kind of encourage exploration, because there are like a lot of alcoves and stuff you could hide stuff in, you know. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Until then, my name is Adam, and remember, keep calm and game on. Toodles!